Yuletide is intended to be a cheerful period, the time of year of nice will to all men. But Charles Dickens's Scrooge wasn't the just one to tell, why. Nonsense, to how. Why is it how so lot of us pleasure in creature adverse, not fair at Yuletide but all year circle? Could it be how we're genetically programmed to answer more than firmly to the adverse rather than the favorable? Nickname Hyam investigates. In 1960, Max Bygraves had a hit in the name chant of the Cockney melodic FING's Ain't, which they utilized to be. Bygraves's planet was change, and he wasn't lucky on it. Down there were trendy work-class teddy boys in downpipe pants, top-class girls slumming it in coffee houses, traffic jams instead of London trams, parking lot meters. The chant affected a chord, Max sing it for the Tsarina at how year's king kind productivity. The cause? Largest of us it seems very do believe not just how things aren't which they utilize to be, but how they're vigorously worst. How's not very real of year. Parking lot meters were rather a nice concept, very. But largest of us, largest of the period, appear to believe the planet's departure to Hades in a cart, though while it isn't. The testimony is in a paper by the study Business Ipsos Mori, The Perils of Perceptual. Our perceptions of the planet, it turns of, are frequently at prospect in the fact, and considerably more than adverse. The researchers put the identical questions to human beings in 38 countries, and found a design. Several examples, though while it comes to some areas of social lifetime, human beings' assessments can tend to be wrong. For sample, human beings overrate the quantity of youthful pregnancies by which the researchers urge overwhelming amounts. In several countries, they believe on part of youthful girls get pregnant women each year. In fact, the highest drawing for any nation is 6.7%, and the bet through all 38 countries is fair 2%. One cause for the trend to suppose the lowest of the planet, say the Ipsos Mori human beings, is how we're genetically programmed to trust bad news story more than easily rather than nice. Our brains trial adverse data in a various way and keep it more than easily rather than favorable material. One neurobiologist shown by show human beings pictures of things named to awaken favorable ego, that seemingly involve pizzas and Ferraris, and other named to awaken adverse ones, such as a disfigured person or a corpse feline. As he did so, he measurable the electric operation in the marrow. It turns out we respond more than firmly to the adverse images. Normally the print gets the accuse for falling us all in darkness and discouragement. News story is by determination thing sudden, remarkable, and perhaps worrisome. The planet is receive improve and wealthier, that is nice news story, but headlines on how kind of item fair dong tea cut it while down there's a bomber assault or a war to paper. If it bleeds, it leads, is told to be the yellow news story text editor's prayer. Who invented the sentence obviously had a deep understanding in humane environment. Critics say on terror-based print. If we're fed such a inexorably adverse dietary, they request, is it any miracle we end up thought the planet is a horrible location? Besides, it turns of, we already mind how, or at low we're predisposed to believe it. All such adverse news stories are fair strengthening, feed us which we are programmed to wish, since it may rescue our lives. The hypersensibility to adverse data, or bad news story, seemingly serviced an essential feature as humane beings developed. Possessing the type of marrow how reacted more than firmly to data on probable dangers intended, rather just, how you were potential to dwell much longer. And such who didn't include how type of marrow? So, as one scholar subtly put it, they acquired editable out of the gene expression swimming pool.